Hello friends, my name is Gracie. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be going over all of the nail polishes that I wore in 2025. Now, I did Q1 of 2025, but I haven't done the rest of the year, so we're just going to call it every nail polish I wore in 2025. But we left off at Pretty Please, and before I get started, I'm going to tell you I'm wearing right now Missing Chapters by Lacquer. I also have on the r.e.m Beauty and Wicked lip gloss Glossy Balm and Tap to Bubble. That is what I'm wearing today. And I also did a whole short form video on this makeup look, so make sure to check your favorite platform and you'll find it there. We left off on Pretty Please, which we all know my thoughts about limited edition polishes from Lights Lacquer. Most of these polishes are going to be Lights Lacquer. That's just what's mainly in my collection. Lights Lacquer had a tendency to keep releasing these $40 polishes, aka a free gift with purchase for $40 or something like that. And that's ridiculous. Like, as a collector, I already have everything, and then to force your consumers to continue to buy even though they have everything, I think that's really weird and random, and I'm glad that they're no longer doing it for sure. I'm also going to be going off of my iPad. If you see me looking down, I'm just looking at all the nails that I've done in the past. So let's get started. So we left off on Pretty Please. I was like, I'm afraid she was worth it because it's true. Pretty Please is gorgeous. It's like the best nude clean girl shimmer I've worn it to weddings. It's like my go-to shimmer whenever I really want to wear like nothing at all. So literally perfect. I hope they make it permanent, and I hope that people talking about how much they hate the limited edition polishes will get them to stop making them. After that, I borrowed my friend Roxanne's nail polish and I wore Poseidon's Prize from Mooncat, and that was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I think it was a magnetic, but I didn't use it as a magnetic. Even in the sunlight, it looks stunning. I think I did two different hands. So I think I'm also wearing House of Hades on the other one, and then my friend also has her little hand in there because we wanted to do an Elfie. After that, I wore Love is Love from the Something Borrowed collection, and I really wanted that whole collection. It's like one of the things in 2024 that I really missed out on. I prefer I do over this, in my opinion. I am growing on a white nail polish. I think it's really pretty, especially like a pearly finish like this. I kind of like the wow factor of I do. It just looks so natural and beautiful. After that, I moved from California to Texas. So I cut my nails short and I'm wearing Starfall, which has been everyone's favorite lately. Everybody's posting with Starfall. That shift is gorgeous. The only thing about the magnetics from Light Slacker is that these colors end up looking like my dog's cataracts, and so I can never get it out of my head. If you have any recommendations for magnets, please let me know down below. I need to get a better magnet than the one that I have. I just have the one from Light Slacker. After that, I wore Ever After because I had the What's the Fantasy collection. I wanted to wear I still need to swatch all of it, honestly. It's so gorgeous. There's just so many shades now. It's definitely stunning. I love this shade. It's kind of like this sheer blue with like a pink flip. It's gorgeous. My friend from the Color Nook, Amon, sent me a care package. So she sent me Orly Ripple Effect, and I really liked it. It was an electronic blue with a pink shift, a pearly pink shift. Not like super shimmery. It looks like a cream. It has the shine that makes the pink flip, and I think it's really pretty. I think I probably prefer a Light Slacker formula, but I did like it, and it did end up lasting a long time on me. After that, I wanted to start swatching the Palm Springs collection. I forgot the name of it, but it was gorgeous. So this is Do Not Disturb, which, if you know me, my favorite nail polish of all time from Kale Polish was Charmed. So I'm always on the look for a purple with a blue flip. I love those, and so this is no exception. It is truly beautiful, and I wish I had it on me right now. I don't know why I didn't bring it with me. After that, I wore Pool Boy, which is also in this collection. I loved this shade. This in the summertime, by the pool, in the sunlight, there's just nothing like it. Also from the collection is Room Key. I did not expect myself to like this polish at all, but it is gorgeous, and I think I got a lot of compliments on it too. It's just so bold and powerful and confident. Like, I feel like not everyone would gravitate towards this, but once they wore it, they would fall in love with it. After that, I wore Mint Mojito, which is a really cute color. If I want to wear a green, I want to wear a shimmer. you know? And also I kind of want it to be more like grungy. That's just me for whenever I want to wear greens. But this is cute. Like it's a cute little pastel moment. Like you can do cute nail art with it. Like it serves a purpose, but I prefer more of like a frog prints, which of course doesn't sell well at all. That's just my preference on greens. I was trying to figure out what plastic flamingo reminded me of, and it is definitely the piggy paint polish. I used to wear this shade of nail polish all of the time in elementary school. It was like my favorite shade to wear, so I thought it was so nostalgic and beautiful, and I need to wear more shades like this for sure. And then another one in the collection that I wasn't that excited about was Palm Springs. I'm just not like a huge coral lover. That's just not the color that I tend to go for on my nails. But for the summertime, it was really pretty, and I think this would be really cute on the toes. And that's the whole collection. I think overall the color story is really pretty. I think Do Not Disturb is definitely my favorite. Playboy has that Diamonds Are Forever formula that's really beautiful. My true love of all time. I can't go very long without wearing her. Das Suspensive. She's just gorgeous. She is what she is, and I'm in love with her, and she will always be my true love. And I wanted to wear Das Suspensive before I wore the Songs of the Siren collection. I really wanted to try the formula. I thought it looked so sexy. And so the first one I was gravitated towards was Sea Nymph. And so I put that on and I took a picture. I took these pictures with flash. They are literally gorgeous. I have worn Sea Nymph multiple times all throughout the summer. It was one of my go-tos this summer. I had 4 polishes. You'll see upcoming soon. I had 4 polishes and that was it. I tended to gravitate towards this a lot because it is so fun and such a statement, and it's also fun to look at whenever you're like working and you're bored. And then I also wanted to keep swatching new brands, so I tried Orly Wistful Water Lily, and this was not the right top coat for it. You can see that there are bubbles. It's more of a sheer. I kind of had to build it up a little bit. It's very, very sheer, and I really like the formula of this one over the ripple effect one. This one is definitely more my speed, and it's really good as a topper as well. Again, trying to alternate so I can try new brands and still swatch Light Slacker. Siren Song, oh my god, I love this shade. It's great as a topper. I love to put this over Clueless or Mrs. Darling or anything like that. I also think wearing it on its own is really pretty. The night that Wicked came out, this is what I was wearing. So I wore it multiple times this year, which is really good for me. I hope they keep coming out with this formula. They came out with the silver in the winter collection for Are We Cool? And I'm really glad they did because I will use these toppers all of the time. I moved to New York City, so I cut my nails short again. Sometimes you have to just start over. Passenger Princess was the exact color of Bea Beauty, the internship that I had, and so I wore it all the time and I was not complaining because I loved Passenger Princess whenever I was living in LA. This was just truly beautiful. And then again, I like start having fun and layering. I wore Lilac Wine with Sea Nymph, and oh my gosh, it is so stunning. I loved this combination. Really, like purples, you have different formulas, you can go crazy. And then another purple that I brought with me this summer was Tiny is Mighty, and I love this shade and formula. This is limited edition, obviously, because it's a collaboration, but I really hope that they continue to come out with Diamonds Are Forever in different colors. That would be amazing. And then this is when I started getting bored of the purples, so I started wearing more nudes. Who would have thought? But the Rub-a-Dub collection came out and I was so tempted to get it that I ended up doing it. I got both of the nail polishes. So I got Clean Freak and Bubble Boy and the Rub-a-Dub tattoos. So I was just playing with the new collection because I hadn't worn tattoos in a really long time. But wow, these are gorgeous. I love them. They're so pretty. They're so fun. I wore these tattoos the other day actually. And I just think they are so sophisticated and so fun. And then also I wanted to swatch Clean Freak, which like with the cuticle oil, she looks so clean, girl. I love her. She's like one of my top up there. I wore her multiple times last year. She might be up there with one of my favorite polishes because she has shimmer. I love a nude with a shimmer. And then I also wanted to swatch Bubble Boy on its own. And can we talk about how clean, girl, this looks so classy, so great. Oh, I love this formula. They really did something with Bubble Boy. and with Clean Freak, the whole Rub-a-Dub collection, that was like sublime creativity. I was still working at my internship, so I had to go back to purple every now and then to wear for different content I was making, so it was definitely fun, and I will never get over Passenger Princess, truly one of my favorites. And then C Nymph, I wore her when I met Magical Girl Manny's and Cassidy.rr. Went to Maine and I met them. They were so nice, and we all wore purple nail polish because I told them that all that I owned was purple. I wore C Nymph and it was so pretty and gorgeous and stunning, and all of us all together were so cute. And then from that trip, Christina actually gave me a bunch of 1002 nail polishes, which I have been meaning to swatch. I'm sorry I'm behind, but I did try on Dancing Queen. I loved it. It was so, so pretty. I really like the formula. So I definitely want to try more shimmers from her. Oh my god. Like Sydney is so talented. I love everything. Whenever I officially moved to New York, I went back and I got a lot of my nail polishes from Texas, and I got High Fae and I put it over Clueless, and I wore my nails short because I was trying to grow them out long. I did the whole healthy nail journey and it was fun, and I love having these like little flips to play with. Now I get the hype. Now I get the hype and the differences and whatever. I definitely want to gravitate more towards nail art this year. That's probably what I'm going to do in my under consumption era, is try to be more creative rather than like collective. And then I wore Pretty Please again, and I really liked gems in the latter part of 2025. I was obsessed with them. I also, this combination, these colors, like, oh, I love the gems. I love the cocktail hour gems. They're just so cute. I wore Clueless with the all-inclusive tattoos from the summer collection. It was like bridging between summer and fall, and so I kind of wanted to do like a red grungy look to kind of blend in the seasons, and I really liked this mani. It was really fun. And then I was traveling again because your girl's always traveling. I wore Pretty Please again because I loved her. I loved her. Passenger Princess and Pretty Please were my most worn, probably. That and the Rub-a-Dub collection. I wore a lot of nail polish. I have a lot of nail polish. But anyways, I wore Pretty Please very often. I tried on Some Call It Magic by 1002, and I'm honestly not that big of a fan. I don't think I had the right top coat for this because it looks really dull and scratched. I'm not going to blame it on 1002 nails. I just think that I need to find a better formula for this nail polish. But the color is pretty. The idea is there. But if you had to ask me, I would probably pick Dancing Queen over this. I went to the Olive and June pop-up during, I think, Fashion Week in September, or I tried to go and I didn't end up getting in line, but they were handing out samples on the street. They only had an hour left of the pop-up, and so they cut off the line, but they did give out samples. So they gave out Olive and June Quick Dry in the shade Mossy, and I love an olive green. Like, these are the greens that I go for over like Mint Mojito. Like, I love an olive green. This one's a little bit more yellow than my favorite one. My favorite olive green is Chloe or Weed from Lights Lacquer. That one is my favorite, but I do like this olive green for sure. Wanted to have a little bit of fun, and so I put on Birthday Brat because I want to do more nail art, and I love the way this came out. I think it was so fun. Christina also gave me Gilded Dune from Orly, and I took it because I knew that I would never buy this nail polish on my own, but it's really pretty. It's this mustard, but it has a green flip to it, and so it ends up looking really, really shiny and really pretty. So I would definitely recommend it if you're into yellows. I'm working on my wearing yellow nail polish phase and like the different tones and what like might look good in me. I had the other day the desire to wear the butter yellow shade. I don't want to buy it from Light Slacker because I'm on a no buy, but I do kind of want to wear butter yellow. So I might wear the one from the Coquette collection. I forget the name of it. I think it's like afternoon tea or something like that. I'm gonna wear that soon. Maybe when spring comes, because it's still winter. And then the fall collection came out, and I was starting to try it, so I got We Ride at Dawn. This was a magnetic. I had no idea it was magnetic, but I wore it regularly, and it looked really pretty and shiny, and look at it in the sunlight. I also wore Princeling. Princeling is like the silver with this turquoise shift to it, and oh, it's so pretty. I would wear this over and over if I could. Like, wow. Truly, truly stunning and gorgeous and amazing. And I love Princeling. It's amazing. Wow. Shimmers will always be my love. I will always love shimmers, no matter what. Shimmers will always be my favorite thing in the world. And then the Film Noir collection came out, and I really, really wanted it because I really wanted a deep red because I didn't get the cherry coated collection. So I got Caramia, and I'm glad I got Caramia. I mean, can we talk about how beautiful this looks? I mean, it's truly stunning. They really did something with this red. I mean, it looks so vampiric, and I really, 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 really love this tone on my skin tone. I think it's just truly like one of the best reds that they've came out with. They just relaunched As If. I love As If as well. It's a little bit deeper. Ace was a cult classic. I'm not sure if it's still around, but Ace was like the perfect red. Obviously, everyone's perfect red, but I really like Caramia because it's deeper and a little bit more sexy. You can wear it all year round versus the cherry coated collection, which is very specifically vampy. I think this is red enough to not be considered too vampy, but bright and deep enough for it to be a great winter and fall shade. Like, I think it's just such a beautiful red. I don't think I made any sense, but it's such a beautiful red. And I said, she is that girl, which is true. And then I wore my first rodeo, which I really, really liked from this range. I loved the tone. It's kind of that point zero shade with like a shimmer, and I just was gravitating towards it, and I had to try it, okay? I really didn't need to pick up this collection, but I really, really wanted to try. I just don't have that many vampy shades. The one that I ended up not keeping in New York was Saddle Up. I thought it was just a little bit more muted for my taste. Also, I'm no longer an Aggie, so I am a Longhorn fan, so I don't necessarily want to wear maroon anymore. My high school colors were maroon, so if I went to like a high school football game, maybe I would wear it, but I feel a little bit triggered by this color, honestly. I don't really reach for maroons that often. And that's all for that highlight. So goodbye, Bibble. Hello, Shiver. So if you want to find any of these are going to be on my profile on Instagram, on my highlights called Nails. I have 3 of them so far. I had maxed out the space on my highlights, so I ended up putting it on a new one. This one has the cover of Shiver. All right, we're gonna go through this quickly because I am about to run out of battery. The first one in this highlight is called Silver Stallion, which I didn't realize how much I loved grays until I put this on. I was staring at this all the time, and it's a holographic Diamonds Are Forever formula, and it is absolutely stunning. Do you need it in your life? You need to put it on your nails right now. I think it would look good on every skin tone, truly. I think, wow, give a gray nail polish a shot. And I also loved it so much that I put gems on top, and I wore it as I was going out in the city, and I just, it's such a vibe. It's so cool. You're so cool, girl. These are the Give Me the Night gems, which are a little bit smaller. I like wearing gems because I like to play with my nails. It was so like anxiety soothing. I just loved this nail set. Like, I just think it was so pretty. I really do like Reach for the Sky, but I cannot rave to you enough about Silver Stallion. So if you were just gonna get one from the collection, I would get Silver Stallion. I put the gems on and they look really pretty, and I love this set. I still think about this set. Maybe I should redo it soon. And then of course I had to finish the collection, so I wore I'm Dirty Dan, which is a great name, but I didn't keep it in New York. I left it in Texas. So that was a full collection, and again, my favorite had to be Silver Stallion. The next one I would probably recommend is My First Rodeo. I need to retry We Ride at Dawn with like the magnetic before I make my final decision. I would just recommend Silver Stallion anyway. I mean, it's gorgeous. After that, I was like, I have to try the Creature. Oh my god, the Creature is gorgeous as well. And I said I preferred Silver Stallion's formula, which is true, but I really do like the Creature. The Creature is great. It just depends on what undertone you want, I guess. Can we talk about the stunner of the collection? This is Can I Keep You? Wow. This is Diamonds Are Forever formula with orange shift on the gray nail polish. This is what I need from Light Slacker. This is such a beautiful take on a nude. I want to take off my nail polish and put this on right now. And then there is It's Alive, which is a little bit harder to wear because it's very streaky. I do like the shade, and I think it's really pretty. I feel like you can do a lot of cool nail art with it. And that is the Film Noir collection. My favorite is Can I Keep You, because even in this lineup, I mean, Caramia, if you want a red, get Caramia. If you want a nude, then you should just get Can I Keep You? I mean, all of this is just perfect. This whole collection was so inspired. They did such a good job. I need them to come out with more like this. So I think with them being more intentional with their launches, I think we're gonna see more of this type of creativity, which I'm very excited for. This is around the time that I had been asked to do my collab with Light Soccer, so I wanted to rewear One of Your French Girls because this is my favorite shade whenever it like first launched. Of all the shades that I had at the time, this was my favorite nail polish, and I still claim it as one of my favorite nail polishes. It is this beautiful pink with a blue flip. The name is perfect. One of Your French Girls, what a great name. I started working on my little collab light slacker, so that was a little BTS. I wasn't allowed to post about it. And then something very drastic happened. I got stranded in LA for a month. So I was like, well, let me try some press-ons. So I wore press-ons for the entire month that I was there. So these are the Chill House press-ons in Rebel in a dress, and I loved these. I loved the little gems on them. They were perfect. They were great. They lasted a really long time. They were really hard to pry off. If you want high quality press-ons, I would definitely look towards this. I also used the Olive and June glue instead of the one that it came with, and it lasted forever. And so did my next set, an Olive and June set. I forgot the name of it, but it was just beautiful bright pink with ornate tips on it, and I thought it was so pretty and gorgeous, and I loved the bright pink. I was Huda from Love Island for Halloween, so it was kind of like my bright poppy summery color, even though it was Halloween time. And then of course I came out with my collab with Light Soccer. Thank you again, Light Soccer, for collabing with me. That was so great. I haven't posted it on my channels because I haven't really had a chance, but this was such a fun collab and really challenged me creatively to like get out of my comfort zone and try to film more nail art. So if you would like to see more short form nail art, let me know. I'm just not one of those, I'm not a nail girly. Like, I'm not one of those nail girlies. If you have expectations for something that's more user friendly and everyday, I will make more nail art content for you. Then, of course, I wanted to go back to tattoos and more nail art, so I wore Miss Starling with the Farmer's Market tattoos, and they're so cute. And I wore this for Thanksgiving. My friend got me the Nails Ink Must Be Magic, and look at this shade. I had to cut my nails short because I was having a little bit of greening. It was really pretty and gorgeous and stunning, and I loved it. Probably won't go back to press-ons for a very long time because I ended up getting an infection, and I washed my hands too much to wear press-ons. And then the winter collection came out, and I really wanted to wear Ice Princess first because I love the movie Ice Princess. R.I.P. to Georgina and Gossip Girl. I love that actress. I can't remember her name on the top of my head, but rest in peace. I mean, what a great way to honor her. This is a beautiful color. I love a Diamonds Are Forever formula. Are we noticing a pattern here? Just like a little one? Then this is a relaunch. So I haven't actually worn Buddy from the Advent collection. But now that it's in a full size, it's great. I brought it back to Texas because again, I'm gonna go for an olive green if I'm gonna wear green, you know? But I do like this. I see who it's for sure. And it's pretty, and I swatched it, and there you go. I was gonna be done with buying nail polish for a very long time, but then they released these beautiful magnetics in the In My Element collection, and I had to, and the purple was calling my name. Don't Breathe My Air. Stunning, gorgeous, but not as magnetic as the other ones. Whenever I tried, I got better at the magnetize as I went along. And then Drink More Water. This one, it looks like glass. It's so pretty. Like, wow. Stunning. This whole collection is so good. Playing with Fire, that magnetism is the best that I have gotten on all of the shades. Wow, what a beautiful flip. This whole collection is just killer. I mean, you can't make up that flip. I mean, you can see the magenta, you can see the coral, you can see the depth. This is so pretty. I kind of photoshopped the background, but what on earth? I loved that shade, especially while I was traveling back to Texas. So pretty. It also looks just so majestic and ethereal. I love it. And the whole collection altogether, it looks fantastic. They did such a good job. This is what I want to see from Light Slacker, is like this type of creativity. This is the polish that I ended up getting 3 times. This is Cold Hearted, but it's so pretty. I love the shade. I would say I prefer Caramia because it's a little bit deeper. I mean, reds, they're so great for this time of the year. And then I also recently wore Butterfly Milk, which was so cute and I loved it. I was streaking a little bit, so I put on some tattoos, and these tattoos are the Rub-a-Dub tattoos, and they look so cute with this look. I think I was so ready for springtime when I wore this mani, and I really liked it. Butterfly Milk is such a great name. Oh my god, one of my favorite names of all time. How adorable. I also wore Brain Freeze because I was trying to finish out swatching the rest of the winter collection, but I love this shade. I know this isn't the full collection because I still haven't swatched Frosted Tips, but since they're pretty much all over, they're all creams. It's a collection of 6, but I swatched 4 and I called it a day. But I really like the color story altogether. It looks really nice and complements each other. Yeah, it was a great winter collection. Is it necessarily groundbreaking like in my element? Not really, but hey, I mean they are gorgeous and the formula, the quality is there. Like it's meant for who it's meant for. But I might be a specialty nail art girly. We are what we are, and that, my friend, is everything that I have worn in 2025. Again, feel free to watch Q1 on my previous video. I'll link it up here, or I'll link it in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed going through all of the nail polishes I wore in 2025. Please leave any recommendations down below of your favorite nail polishes. I'm not going to try them out. I'm just going to check them out because I'm on a low buy this year. I'm not going to buy any nail polish, but I say that now. We'll see what Light Slacker comes out with. I'm interested in their formulas, but my nail polish rack is full, so I think that I'm gonna stop collecting for now. But I'm still gonna be swatching. I'm still gonna be creating nail art, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. I will see you in my next video. Bye.